We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, get away with it. Check 13. Check 13. 80 weapons. Hey, Delta. Lucky. Now. Fight.
Off play action. Fitzgerald. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hey! Defense!
From the gun, Fitzgerald. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Let's go. Watch the edge. 6-6, pull it high. Hey, Haywood. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Go. Go.
Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. And the pressure gets to him again. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey.
Off the play fake. Fitzgerald. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Ioannidis. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Here we go.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Mike, go.
Second down, Haskins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Kill.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready, set. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Switch it. Drive on. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Switch.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. You go tight. You got tight right there. Go. Pop.
On second down now, it's Love.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
22's coming, Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Come on. Mike's 22. Too little, cupcake. Zip it. Check. Motion out of backfield.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Set, ready. 15 on it. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Mike's 22. Check the outs. Check the outs. Mike 22. He's coming. 22. Yeah. Here we go. Check.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Let's go.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
On 1st and 10, Fitzgerald to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. 36, 36.
Matchbox lights. Yo, 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 go, go. Hey, Echo. Hurry, hurry. Get it ready.
To throw again. Fitzgerald. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Will Fuller, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, Love. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Redskins nothing.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, zoom.
2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Shit.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Right there. 56. We ain't giving up nothing today.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready? 10-2 saw.
56.
Look at me. Zipper.
56.
Hey, Foxtrot. Good.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fitzgerald, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Hey, wahoo!
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike's 56.
5.
They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A surprising move to go for him. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. On 1st down, here's Love. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On the carry, it's Love. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll go to P-Line, trying to pound it in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They'll run for it with Love. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Bryce Love, his first touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Whoa, he just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach?
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Now the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Redskins 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll start the drive with Love here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 35 on second down, Haskins. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The Redskins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Throwing on first down. Fitzgerald, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Fitzgerald. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down. Fitzgerald. It finds his target, Fuller. Touchdown, Vikings. Will Fuller, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check three, check three, check three. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, it's Love. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Washington Redskins first down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Switch. Hey, watch it. Slam.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Ready? 22. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Able to find his running back, Geis. It will be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 20. Let's go. Check.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to set up shop at the 32. 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Mike, 56.
Myler, 64, weak.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Alert flare, alert flare.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
56, Mike, 56. Ricky.
Hey, get it.
On first down, Fitzgerald. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
On 2nd and 10, Fitzgerald. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Bombers, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Alpha. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Fitzgerald. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Go now, 50, plant.
56. You're not ready. You're not ready. Check 31. Check 31.
Protein spill.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Snap.
Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Don't play this way.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now Haskins. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Not taking your advice, they'll throw first play. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Hey, Delta. Hey. Yo, cheetah.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the the 7. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
6-6, pull it high.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Running for it, here's Cook. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Nick Fitzgerald keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. This is Love.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
4 brings up 3rd and 6.
The Redskins on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Get him, you got him.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Yo. Come on, D. Orbit. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. I got wide. Mike's 22, Mike.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And this is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run
Yeah.
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Mike 41, Mike 41.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Fielded at the 33. Touchdown, Vikings! He goes 67 yards on the punt return as his guys continue to pour it on. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs, punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Here I come.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Coming to you. 56 to Mike.
Another try after the first down sack. Fitzgerald. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Watch twist. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Greystone, travel.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Snap.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 2nd and 9, Fitzgerald. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
56, Redskins 12.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes